Good morning and welcome to the Locker Room 981.
Every cross, every goal, every dunk, every pit stop, every loss, every victory, every single sport, we will be watching you.
Welcome inside the locker room.
Ready? Set. Go. Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. I'm Ayo Myra. I'm your welcome to today's edition of the Locker Room 981, the sports show where we bring you detailed analysis of major sports stories from around the world. And to analyze the stories this morning, you know her, she needs no introduction. It's Tega Onojaife, aka Tega Supreme. Hi, Tega.
Good morning.
Good to have you on the show. As always. All right.
Thank you.
So this is how you can be a part of the conversation. We're streaming live on YouTube right now, so you can go onto YouTube and see what's happening behind the scenes in the studio.
Yes.
So go onto YouTube, Smooth 981 FM Lagos. You can also use the chat box to chat. You know, the banter is live there. You just might meet someone new and connect. And then on WhatsApp, WhatsApp is on 0809 444 0981 or Twitter at Smooth981FM. Use the hashtag LockerRoom981. Well, our first story is in Formula 4. Hamilton, Lewis Hamilton. Well, I was going to say Formula 1, but they're the same. He's now the face of Formula 1 for me. So Lewis Hamilton goes into this weekend's Bahrain Grand Prix aiming to continue his record-breaking romp this year and make a successful start on final talks to stay with Mercedes in 2021 and beyond. Here's what he said. It's a bit more chilled now, but I still have 3 races ahead of me that I really want to win. It's important for us all to keep working and to maintain our momentum. There is no thought of us slowing down.
Yes. For Lewis Hamilton, and the party continues, and it would be wonderful for him to, after winning the championship, just win the next 3 races. That's what you want. You just want to start celebrating all through. He hasn't. I mean, because of the coronavirus, he hasn't really had the time to enjoy it like he would. He's taken all the phone calls. He's made a few, answered some text messages, but it's not the same.
No.
I think he saw his father over the break. Because I did see that they played tennis together, but not with the entire family like he normally would. But it's race time now, and so while Mercedes will be celebrating their constructors title and he'd be celebrating his world championship, there are still other people that will be hustling for position. And you have to remember that, like I said, second and third, the difference can be up to $10 million.
Wow.
So that's a lot of baby food. Anyhow you want to look at it. And so teams will be fighting, will be jostling for positions. The McLarens, the Racing Points, those are the ones that are together, and Renault. So those are the ones. Those 3 constructors are together, and those ones are the ones that really jostling for position now. Red Bull, they know where they pretty much know where they stand. Ferrari, disappointingly, also knows where they stand. But those 3 would now be looking for positions. So Bahrain is still interesting. It's just a different time of the year, but interesting for him. So Lewis Hamilton will be looking to win his 4th title here. Bahrain used to be earlier in the year, but now it's later in the year. And so let's see how this turns out to be. For me, Bahrain is really about the atmosphere. More than
Why,
the race
is it
itself.
really nice?
Oh yes, it's really great.
Okay.
In fact, I think for most of the how they call them now, those areas,
Circuit.
those areas, the Abu Dhabis, the Bahrain.
Okay, the Middle East.
Yes, for most of the races there, it's more than the race. Yeah, it's more than the
I
race.
can
They
imagine
put
that.
on a good show.
Oh wow. It should be. I'm open to fly. I would love to report the locker room from Bahrain.
I know.
Let's really get it. Want to really feel it.
No tickets.
So who any takers? I'm speaking for sponsors. They don't know
Oh no, they will sponsor you there. You will not reach the circuit.
Why?
Because they're not allowing.
Yeah, but it's easier for me to understand and interview people in Bahrain from Nigeria.
So next year will be a good year. So
Okay.
the takers.
Okay,
Next
so next
year,
year, right? Okay, so Bahrain 2020. Take and I are going.
2021.
I'm taking my husband along with me, just for work purposes, of course.
Your husband, this why this matters.
For work. We need to work. All right, let's go to tennis. Australian. Oh, we talked about this, and this is an update. And no surprises here. Already predicted this.
Yeah.
Australian Open delay most likely, according to State Minister. The Australian Open is likely to be delayed by a week or two as negotiations between organisers, the tennis tours, and the Victoria government have over health measures continue. The state sports minister said this on Wednesday. He said there's a number of potential dates on the table. That's Martin Pakula. I've seen reports that suggest that it's likely to be delayed by a week or two. I think that's still most likely. But it's not the only option. As you know, the French Open was delayed by many months and Wimbledon didn't occur at all. I still think it's much more likely that it will be a shorter rather than longer delay.
Okay, so here's a huge deal. Why the Australians are a bit tricky. By I think today's Friday, so today is yesterday was their 26th day without any new cases of coronavirus. They want to keep it that way. They are not even playing with you. So that's why it's not negotiable to them. They're thinking between the coronavirus and your Australian Open, they just stay without the coronavirus. And so that's why they are insistent on their laws, because their laws brought them to this point where they are. Countries are still struggling with numbers. They have gone 26 days without any new cases, and you're now saying that they should come and just open their town because you want to play tennis. We are not about that business. So, and that's where the issue is. So Tennis Australia is really trying hard to see if they can get players to quarantine at least for the 14 days and still manage to make time for the Australian Open is supposed to happen on January 18th and still manage to be in time for January 18th. But Australia is saying, well, first of all, we're not playing our borders early enough for those 2 weeks to be possible. That's where the problem is. If they were letting people fly in December, like some players wanted to do, then they'll have enough time to quarantine and prepare for the Australian Open. But no, Australia, that 25 days without new cases is 26 days is really important.
I don't blame them though.
I can't blame them.
I can't. So would this have an impact on other tennis events for next year?
I mean, different countries have their different rules. Again, like I said, the Australian Open brings a lot of commerce and tourism. It's just that Australia doesn't care. I don't know how else to put it. Even with the rugby tournaments, they're very, with cricket, they're very hesitant. So it's not like they don't understand the importance of these things.
Not strong enough.
Sorry. It's not. So they're looking at the economy. They're thinking the books are balanced, and we can do without some more money.
Content set of people love them. All right, so Argentina fans, police clash over access to Maradona Week. I think this is the first time I'm seeing it since the unfortunate passing of the legend Diego Maradona. Argentine police and fans who were lined up to see the casket of soccer icon Diego Maradona clashed on Thursday as authorities moved to shut down access to the Casa Rosada presidential palace ahead of a planned 4 p.m. shut-off for the public wake. Thousands of fans have been queuing for more than a mile through the streets of Buenos Aires since early on Thursday to see the casket, which is lying in state, before a planned burial later in the evening. Addressing the tensions, Interior Minister Gustavo Russo said that the procession with the casket would look to travel along the route where people were waiting to allow people to say their goodbyes.
Okay, so if you did not know, let me just reintroduce to you now. Diego Armando Maradona had God status in Argentina. It does not matter what you remember about him, whether it's the rumors you heard of the drugs or the rumors or the different acts of indiscipline that you saw, doesn't count. In Argentina, he had God status. In fact, in Naples, where he won 2 titles with Napoli and the UEFA Cup, he had God status there. Wow. So there's nothing you can say. It was expected, and if you saw the pictures, there were literally thousands of people lined up, and they were orderly at first. Then they told them that, look, if all of you come pass by this casket. We will not do the burial today. And they wanted to do the burial and just and go on. And it was Diego. First of all, you have to remember that Diego Maradona was getting buried in coronavirus time. So the people that normally would have attended, because it would have been like a state funeral.
Yes.
The people that would have attended did not attend. It was just his family, his 4 children, his ex-wife, his most recent partner, one ambassador from Italy, just a few people. So not even the numbers that would have come. And on a normal day, to be a normal 3-day celebration, it will not be this one day that they had to do. They, of course, they declared 3 days of mourning in Argentina. That was exactly what I expected of a Diego Maradona passing, but they couldn't do all the things that would have happened in normal times, and so they couldn't entertain the thousands of people that are coming. So they said, we're going to have to move the casket to where we're going to bury it. But the security minister said, okay, you know what? Since people are already outside, we're going to drive the casket through the streets, and then people can say your goodbyes as it passes by. That's how people started to climb the fence. I could show you a video.
Oh,
people started to climb the fence of Casa Rosana. Police did not know what to do. It was too much for them to contest. I don't think they're prepared for it. And you can't just change. It's Diego Maradona. They know there's COVID, but it's Diego Maradona. So they decided to climb the fence, and there was all this chaos going on. And so the police trying to stop them, and one woman was saying, "I just want to say goodbye to Diego Maradona." It was just too much for the police to handle. I guess that's why it got out of hand, and tear gas got into the mix. It became an issue. Then everybody, as soon as the casket passed, everybody calmed down again and started chasing the casket, and they left the police with their wahala. So it was a big deal because it's Diego Maradona. So they took him all around, people lining the streets, had the ceremony, and then they took him to bury beside his parents, where he was finally laid to rest. But Diego Maradona, I mean, think about it. It wasn't people have respect for Messi. Diego Maradona was times 10, arguably. For me, arguably the best footballer. People talk about Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. My argument is usually about Pele and Diego Maradona. And the reason why there is really an argument is because I have seen a few videos of Pele and I've seen a few videos of Diego Maradona. And it's not by stats, it's by how they play. For me, you can throw stats in, especially in with the way football is played recently and the way numbers are kept recently. The stats will always be better now than they were then.
Yeah.
But if you saw the videos of them play, think of, people remember Hand of God, but think of that goal that Diego Maradona scored and he took the ball from the halfway line, dribbled everybody till he got to the goal mouth, scored the goal, and went on to celebrate. And those are the kind of things he used to do. Those are the kind of things that Pele used to do. Things that used to get me upset. Like, why wouldn't the dribble people's parents like that? So those, for me, the argument is really usually between Pele and Maradona. And this is what it's a huge loss for me, but it was not surprising. You know how Kobe died this year, and I still can't take it till tomorrow.
Yeah.
But Diego Maradona, he had a few health issues. His this heart problem did not start today, and then just a few weeks ago, he came back from having a brain surgery because there was blood in his brain. So it's how there was a build up to it. So but it's a sad loss. It's a huge loss for the world of sports. Even in Naples, they had the whole thing before Napoli played yesterday in the Europa. In China, they have a small shrine outside the Argentine embassy. It is global. Diego Maradona that's the kind of way you live your life, make an impact and go. And I'm not even, I watched Diego Maradona live his life. Diego Maradona lived. He enjoyed. He balled. He didn't have a single regret. Living his life. Maybe about other things,
Personal
I don't
life,
know. But he lived his life.
Wow.
When he wanted to travel, he traveled. When he wanted to yell in the street, he yelled in the street. When he wanted to run without shirt, he ran without shirt. He lived. So he was colorful, he was dramatic, he was sometimes controversial, but he lived a good life.
He lived. All right. From Ridwan says, for most of us that couldn't get to watch Maradona, we grew up hearing about how he, alongside Pele, were the greatest ever that the football world had ever seen.
Watch
or had
videos.
ever seen. And the clips we watched justified their claims as we saw his consistent brilliance in every clip. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually, after this, I'm going online to search and see all the videos. I haven't seen them. I've heard the argument, I've heard, but the debate.
You have
I've
to
never,
see the
I have
videos.
to see.
And some of the, especially for Pele, the videos are very grainy. So wear your glasses.
All right. All right, so Alaji Adamu says, good morning, Aya and Tega the Supreme. The traffic towards Mile 2 is terribly too bad. So sorry about that. Please, what's happening with Chelsea's Pulisic? Is he likely to return to action soon? And what's your take on Mike Tyson and AJ's fight coming up shortly? You guys are entertaining us while on this in this traffic jam. Thanks. And RIP to Madonna, such a great legendary player.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're going to break. When we come back, we have more stories to get through this morning on the locker room 981. Tega will still be here, so keep your comments coming through, your questions if you have any, and let's banter.
Let me show you that video of those children. Let me show you the video of the people that were climbing the fence. I say, good Lord, what manner? What manner of people are this? No, this is not. This is just still about him.
We take the time to understand your needs in order to make
You know, this when the fight started. This is people climbing the fence. Look at all the people outside. Then they start climbing over. What do you want the police to do with all these people? Do you understand? Decide to look at how many there. Then decide to jump fence.
Oh wow! What's your legend? Gosh!
Police said, how shall we deal with these people? Pico Kwano.
Wow!
Decide to jump fence so that they must see casket.
Just to see the casket.
Yes, and it's not open. See, the casket, they even draped it with the number 10, everything.
Yeah. Did they retire that number?
Yes, in Napoli, yes, they retired the number. In Argentina, no. That's what Messi wears on Argentina.
Oh, really?
So they retired the number 10 jersey in Napoli. Since.
On your favorite TV station on Saturdays and Sundays. Follow at FTN.
Oh, he just turned
60. Still a small boy.
MTN. Hi, Uche. Why are you sweating like this? Femi, this heat is
Well, we
something else.
said, Mba,
Even the fan is not
we cannot deal with this.
Air conditioner. How? With my small generator? Yes, you can. With LG Gen Cool air conditioner. Really? How? You can power a 1 horsepower LG Gen Cool air
So this is the
conditioner
casket
with
they're all
0.7
rushing to see.
kVA
This is what the
generator
casket
and
look like.
1.5
So you couldn't even see anything. It's 10 covered.
Wow. And I have been suffering all along. You
Ashe.
also get 70% energy
Yeah,
saving,
a bumble.
50% faster cooling, and still cut down on your electricity bill.
And this have for crime.
Ew.
Grown as men.
I was gonna say this premium tiers.
Nearest LG store to buy an LG
Premium tiers.
Relax and enjoy.
Okay, see someone describing the goal. That goal was 11 touches, 6 players. That's the next message we're coming in with.
LG. Life's good.
I won't tell you the secret of better food. Now
Wow.
the new no chicken and classic seasoning powder. The ingredient they take make am natural by nature, like real chicken, rosemary, black and white pepper, garlic, onion, parsley, mushroom, coriander, and plenty more. If you lack new no seasoning powder for inside your jollof, fried rice, egusi, and all other soup, you go know say flavor pass flavor. New no seasoning powder. Natural by ingredients, bang by flavor. Dende, you have broken the TV. I will take that dinner with your mommy. It's not me. It's you. It's not me. Hey, what's happening here? Who broke the
What
TV?
I'm reading about Maradona.
Maradona.
I'm reading about him. I'm going to watch videos on the show. I'm so fascinated.
Diego Maradona was. He would just come and the way his legs were. You know, first of all, he was a short man. So he would just do like this. As his legs were doing that thing, get ready to be dribbled. About to dribble your father's life. He was bad.
Leadway.com to get started.
or good, depending on what
Hello,
word.
kiddies.
I think for Pele, his issue was really that he played
This is Gold Swag on Smooth.
a lot earlier,
Yeah.
so there were not a lot of
Videos for footage, yeah.
so, but there's enough for people to see and say. So when people say I didn't see Pele, you didn't do your homework. Don't tell me that.
Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. It's the Locker Room 981, part of Smooth Breakfast Show. This is where we bring you detailed analysis of the day's national news headline stories. And this morning, it's such a vibrant conversation. I'm here with Tega Supreme. And also, of course, with you, from wherever you're listening to us from, hopefully not in traffic, but you're in traffic, hope we're being, good companions for you. Now, if you'd like to join the conversation, we're live on YouTube. Watch us there. The Tiger's just giving you a wave right now. YouTube is youtube.com/smooth981FM Lagos. And tweet at us at smooth981FM. Use the hashtag lockerroom981 or send us your message. WhatsApp 0809 444 0981. Ronson on WhatsApp says, Tiger, that goal was 11 touches, 6 players, and a couple of seconds. What a sublime goal. Other than that, did you see the 2 goals in the semis against Belgium? And then this is from Femi, should delete. Arteta challenges Pepe after Europa performance. Mikel Arteta has challenged Nicolas Pepe to improve his consistency after the Arsenal winger reacted to Sunday's red card against Leeds by helping the Gunners to cruise into the last 32 of the Europa League. I could see from the first minutes, from his body language, that he was ready to act, Arteta said. I think he had a great performance. We all know where his level is, and all the time the question is how often he can get to that level and how he contributes to other aspects of the game. Today is the example. That should be the level he needs to hit, and from there he needs to keep improving.
Okay, so Arsenal won their game and have qualified for the next round 62. I'm sorry, let's just say 62, 32 in the Europa Cup. So, but the important news was, in case we missed it last weekend when Nicolas Pepe picked up a silly red card for that headbutt, that very unnecessary bad behavior. And I was saying, if I had anyone, dock his pay, bench him. Just Mikel Arteta decided that, look, you know what, you play in Europa, and maybe he's using this Europa to apologize because yes, his performance looked like an apology. Guys, I can do better. Let me show you another side of me, so you forgive me. But what he did was impress his coach, and help his teammates, which is what he needed to do. Be there for your teammates, play well for your coach to see and say, okay, maybe there's something that we can redeem in you. But the important thing is that, can he consistently do this when he comes back? Unfortunately, he doesn't have the opportunity to prove it in Arsenal's next match. They play Wolves in the Premier League. Of course, his red card means he can't play that game. And so it's a tough or tricky few sets of matches for Arsenal in the Premier League. Wolves are a harsh opponents to play. They can destroy you in seconds, and the way they build up, the way they run at you defense, and looking at that Arsenal defense, I just see Raul Jimenez positioning himself there and taking a few shots, and it's in the back of the net. So it's a tough tie for Arsenal. They need all their players to be at their best. Aubameyang needs to start scoring again.
What happened? What's going on with him?
I don't know. Maybe the weight of his salary is too heavy on his feet. I don't understand what it is that he can't score since they start paying him more money. But he needs to start earning that pay. Because they will need his goals to climb by. They're 12th on the table now. They need to get to the top half of the table before we even start talking about getting to European sports. And that will be important for Mikel Arteta. But he was impressed with Nicolas Pepe during last night's performance, and hopefully there'll be more. Tottenham also won their game by 4-0. Made give Jose Mourinho more opportunity to brag.
I love it.
And then he now started praising Dele Alli. Now, if you know Dele Alli is the player that Jose Mourinho hasn't been featuring often, and people were saying, oh, he's falling out with him again. But Jose Mourinho just wanted Dele Alli to do more. And yesterday, I think Dele Alli did enough for him because he was praising him in the post-match press conference. So maybe Dele Alli will start getting some looks in into the main team. So yes, bragging rights for Tottenham, bragging rights for Arsenal. All of London is happy.
Great.
All of North London,
I
sorry,
did
is
see
happy.
Dele Alli trending on the day of the
Yeah.
match. I'm sure the Nigerians are just excited at home.
No, it's not our people. It's not our people.
Who? Dele.
Yes, it's just the name
He will claim. You know, we don't understand in Nigeria. We don't wait for you to claim us.
No.
We
This one, we don't even claim him anymore
Why?
because he openly denounced us. It's not, Tammy Abraham still features like my father knows the NFF president. I'm still Nigerian, so in as much as he plays for England, is different. Dele Alli said nothing that is he nothing with his father, nothing, like he doesn't know him, he has not seen him, he doesn't care, nothing. He denied us.
Wow.
Yeah, so that we'll know it was not a polite denial.
Wow.
So we have given him to,
speechless.
yeah, so we have given him to England.
Okay, then he should please change
let's
his name.
donate
Call
to
him
England.
Dale.
Yes, let's call him Dale.
Yeah. All right, so Mourinho and Lampard brace for Premier League summit meeting. Jose Mourinho takes his tabletop in Tottenham. Oh, okay, we talked about that already. So we'll just move on Okay, so you still want to talk about this one. All right. So he talked about Tottenham side to former club Chelsea this weekend. Oh, this is a future match. Okay. Determined to prove he's back where he belongs at the top of the Premier League. He said, people cannot expect us to come here and after one season we are fighting for the title. We are not fighting for the title. We are just fighting to win every match. But we are going to lose matches. We are going to draw matches, he said. But like it or not, Spurs are in the title mix and we'll have to get used to the pressure, which will be ramped up on Sunday.
Exactly. So after facing Manchester City, I'm getting all 3 points. Now it's Chelsea. And last season, Chelsea defeated him twice.
Oh.
Frank Lampard, his student, defeated him twice. Well, or let me not say his student, but a player he coached defeated him twice. And so this season makes it even more interesting because Lampard has spent some money. He has a few interesting buys on his team. He's 2 points behind Tottenham. So if they defeat Tottenham, they temporarily go ahead. And it's important. No, they don't. It depends on if I think Liverpool plays. Yeah, Liverpool plays Brighton first. So if Liverpool gets all 3 points, which I expect that they would get all 3 points against Brighton, then Liverpool stays on top. And then if Chelsea defeats Tottenham, then they go second. So it's an interesting one for Frank Lampard. He'd want to be in touch with the leaders of the table. But for Jose Mourinho, with all the bragging that he has been doing,
I'm actually
it's more important for him. The win is more important than the 3 points. I don't know if that makes sense to you. And so he'd want to continue that. And yes, he's right. They are in the title mix. They are in good form. The players are coming back into fitness. Harry Kane is doing the business, creating and scoring goals. So Tottenham, they're in a good place right now. And this is what you expect from a Jose Mourinho side normally, especially in his first full season. This is what you expect from him. So it makes it a tough fixture this weekend between Chelsea and Tottenham.
It's an interesting fixture.
Interesting for the neutrals, yes. Tough for Jose Mourinho and Frank Lampard. Because one spends 200 million to buy all the players in the universe. The other one has bragging rights. So now you guys go ahead and do what you want to do.
What day is the match?
Saturday now.
Saturday. Okay, I won't be able to. No, I won't. Atletico's Costa.
You watch it. They show replays.
Okay, maybe replays.
They show replays all the way to Wednesday.
You know where I watch my matches actually? On Twitter.
Oh, goodness. I'm not going to post anything.
No, I will watch my
Blame Ayo.
So Atletico's Diego Costa has suffered a blood clot in his right leg. The club, that's Atletico Madrid, confirmed on Wednesday. That would mean the 32-year-old sitting out La Liga games against Valencia and Real Madrid in the next few weeks. According to a statement from Atletico, Diego Costa underwent tests I confirmed he has suffered a spontaneous deep vein thrombosis in the right leg. It is not related to trauma or previous injury.
So that's an interesting injury, which is why he has to sit out, and they have to find out what that is about.
It could be fatal.
Yeah, exactly. So I was going to say that blood clot from anywhere can just travel up anywhere and cause stuff. So that, which is why they have to monitor that situation. Really sad one for Diego Costa. And Atletico Madrid faces Valencia this weekend. So it's a tough fixture for Atletico Madrid, and they don't. So I would say this: having Diego Costa on the team is a plus. However, with the way Atletico Madrid have played this season and the way they're building their team, they can still do well without him. And I think that's where Diego Simeone will be a little hopeful. They can still get a few goals, especially against Valencia or at Valencia, without him. But it's a tough lock for Diego Costa. Also, Real Madrid hosts Alaves, and Barcelona play on Sunday at Camp Nou against Osasuna. So let's see if Barcelona can climb higher up the table, because they are not in a good place right now. And Real Madrid, if they can take the form from Champions League and carry it on into the La Liga, let's see how they can perform this weekend.
All right.
But Real Sociedad, shockingly,
are
the ones leading in the La Liga.
Really?
Real Sociedad.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Gabriel. Gabriel from Ipaja has sent me a Maradona clip for me. Thank you. Very grateful. You are too wonderful. Olumide Adetilein says, good morning, ladies. No matter what happens, I will and always remain a faithful fan of Real Madrid. I want to give you a round of applause. Well done. Biggie from K to Silo Maradona he said, is the beast of football, from dribbling people's ancestors and forefathers to becoming king of J Club. So sad he's gone. I remember when he played against Nigeria, it was hard to stop on the field, but because of Maradona's hand of God, we have VAR.
No, that Maradona's hand of God was for that England goal that wasn't scored. This life, everything comes full circle. That's it. Okay, we've come full circle. And it's the end of the show for today. We hope you've had a good time with us. We definitely had. We have had one. Tega, thank you. Tega is at Tega Supreme on Twitter, and find out the work she does with Ladies in Sports at Ladies in Sports International, LIS International. And find us at Smooth981 FM. Use the hashtag LockerRoom981. Until Monday morning, where we bring you another edition of Locker Room 981. Stay tuned to Smooth 98.1. You tried. It was becoming a mouthful, Abby. Yeah. I'm leaving you in your cold studio.
My cold studio.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
My summer
I'll be watching tomorrow on your Twitter handle.